Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, so today we're going to be zooming in a little bit to yesterday. This was our mega structure from yesterday that we made, and we're not going to use it. We're just using it for scale reference because it's entirely too low poly for anything. But I wanted to kind of get an idea how this would fit. And this is an old Dragon model from like 2005, so we may not use it in the end, but it's going to be an okay thing to start with for scale. So again, all stuff just here to help us out with the basics. So that's kind of our space that we're looking at. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to create a cube and scale it up till it's roughly the size of that thing. And it doesn't matter exactly, but again, like roughly. That seems good. Okay. And just because why not? Let's make another cube. Scale it up one. Let's try to be a little bit more precise. Doesn't really matter, but you know, why not? Like that. And I'm gonna move this out of the way. And this, I think we want to be a little deeper, maybe twice as deep. So let's go deep as this cave goes. Like that. And tab, GY, bring it forward. And then E. Okay. Cool. So let's bring this bad boy back to like there. And we can just get rid of this thing now. M, new collection, 00 reference. Okay, kill it. And this, control minus. And that's like roughly the size of the entrance I was thinking of for the Dragon Cave. Is it deep enough? I think it's probably deep enough. Maybe we'll push it in just a little more. Maybe like that much deeper. Yeah. So from the side, it's like to the halfway point of the building. Yeah, we'll go a little more. Just make a big space. Okay. Take it and apply it. Delete our cutter. Don't need it anymore. So this is our essentially area that we're going to be using. Let's edit it. One and KCX and KCX. Just going to do that, and that should go all the way around. Yep. So now we can say just get rid of this dissolve edge. Yeah, we can get rid of this one, right? Yep. Cool. So now 3, we should be able to select. Come on. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't go around the back. That's why. KX. There we go. And grab that and that. All that stuff, right? P, separate selection. And if we look at it now, okay, tab. So that's our roof section, and that's our internal roof section. Good to know. We're probably going to separate that as well. P section. Okay, so this is going to go M, new structure, top, and this is going to go M, new ceiling, and save. And we're going to hide both of them. And there's our ground area we can play in. And we may tweak some more stuff, but that seems like it's a good place to start so far. Now, do we want to make them solid separate objects or one whole? That's the interesting question. Well, we'll figure that out later. I'm getting ahead of myself. If they're solid separate objects, it will give us kind of a cool lip there that might be kind of neat. Yeah, let's just do it. F. And okay, we can adjust the top later. Okay, so we have a solid object here. That's cool. What we needed. We're not really going to worry about this face too much, but you know. All right, the first thing I want to do is come in here and I don't know, weird techify this stuff that we've been doing. These are cubes, right? Should all be cubes. Yep. Now, how do we wish to do it? If we start subdividing everything, it's going to make for a bigger space. Let's see. It'll be fine. We're going to do it anyway. It'll be fine. Utility, plate insets, subdiv 1. Cool. Actually, don't hate that, although I think I want to have a margin of like maybe even 1. No, 0.1, and inner 0.1. That's kind of weird. Maybe not that big. Let's see. And 0 and 0. We're getting some strange cuts, aren't we? Let's undo. Let's just come back and start over again. Shift Q, play insets, store operator defaults, 1. I just don't like that line there is the thing. I want to have a little bit more space. And I thought it was margin. Is it thickness? Thickness works. That's the base thickness. I don't mind having some triangles, so let's do a little bit of thickness. That seems cool. Let's see if we subdivide it 2. It's giving us more, but that's cool. 3. That's cool. I like that. That seems like an acceptable starting point. Okay. Then, do we do the floor? We could do the floor too. Maybe. I'm not sure I want any subdivisions on the floor. That's kind of cool. That gives it kind of a neat space thing going on there, actually. I kind of like that. Yeah. Let's bring back our dragon just to sort of see how he fits in regard to that. Yeah, that would be cool. He's got a good like resting nest area back here. Open space. I can deal with that. I think that's cool. Okay, let's save. Now I want to duplicate the space P section. Cool. So now I should just have those plates, right? Yeah. And all right, I even want the other one. Tab, Control L, just those. One, Control inverse X vertices. Get rid of that. So we just have the plates. And actually, as weird as this is, KY. There we go. Let's get rid of this. And a couple of weird angled lines is not a bad thing, I think, actually. Okay, tab. Save again. I want to tab A, random panels on it. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's looking pretty good. Something like that I like. I don't think we need more than that. I think that'd be cool. Okay, good, good, good. So let's take this and just join them together. And tab A, M, by distance remove. Cool, so that should fuse them together reasonably well. Save again. So that's our floor plan right now. I think I like it. Looks good. I'm going to do the same thing, I think, for the other walls too. I'm basically building up a platform we can use to erode later as a separate object, so we don't go crazy with the polys. That's the plan. Shift-G, coplanar. Cool. Yeah, we'll do each one separately. Shift-D, P section. Grab it, solo it, tab A, good. Random panels, panel seed. Just find something we kind of think is cool. Might not even need those cuts. Yeah, well, just less cuts. It's going to be kind of but maybe increase some. Try not walking. Size 1. We get any notches out of it? That's kind of a cool looking thing. Seed. Just so we get something we like. It doesn't super matter. I think that's cool. We'll use that. Okay. Do that. This and this. Join. Tab A. M by distance. Cool. That one's done. Now, let's do this wall. Shift-G, coplanar. Grab those 3 faces. The other ones I'm going to leave, I think. We're not going to. Okay, Shift-D, P section. Come back out. Solo it, tab A. Panels. Make a cut. Yeah, I think I actually might like the cuts on this one. And I'm going to make the panel size a bit bigger. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's do that. That and that. Join. Tab A, M, distance. Okay. Save. Right. Okay. It does feel very techy right now, which is what we wanted. So, yay us. Coplanar. Cool. Yep. Shift D, P section. Solo. Tab A. Tab. Shift Q. Panels. Seed. Yeah, sure. Join. A, M, distance. Good. So we got all that. We haven't done the ceiling yet. We might as well do the ceiling too. There's no reason not to. I think it's already its own object, right? Ceiling, yeah. See which way it's facing. Yep, the way we want it. Good. Solo it. Tab it. Let's add a couple loops there. We'll do it like that. It'll be a little offset. Should be neat. A. Panels. Unless we want, let's see. Utility, play insets first. Just to get some, yeah, I think we probably do want some of that. Some of that action. Yeah, yeah, we do. 3, this, 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 this. Morning, Brian. Okay, cool. Yeah, just to get a little bit of height difference in there. And cool. This time, I don't think I'm going to bother to do a different copy. I'm just going to add it directly to this one. So panels, panel seed. Sure. Now we'll join it to this. A, M, distance. Cool. Come back. So there's our very techie looking cave, right? Yeah. Now let's see what we can start doing to make it feel a little less, Star Wars and a little more Krull, for lack of a better word, and to age myself tremendously. Okay. Just do one face at a time. Let's start with the floor. Sections, right. Okay. Erode it. Resolution of 5. It's got to be at least 5. Let's see what 5 gives us. 5 seems good. I don't want to go too many because I want to keep it kind of low poly, but 5 seems good. And if we bring it back, because there's still a floor there, we get the rest of the parts too, which is fine. It adds some plating on top of, it's a smooth floor, but we're going to maybe play with that a little bit too. Yeah, that's okay. The floor is probably my least favorite because we still have those edges. We'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. But I like it. I like those shapes quite a bit. Let's grab this one, erode it. And again, just resolution of 5. Just going to be consistent. We're going to have to come through, I think, and do some decimation afterward, but that's fine too. We're at 18 minutes. We're doing great. Come on. Thinking, thinking, thinking. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That looks good. And again, back into our wall. Looks good. And this section here. It's going to have the same edge problem that the floor does. I'm okay with it right now. Five. Cool. And this side, it's going to do it here. Wrote it. Resolution 5. Cool. And then the ceiling is not going to have that problem because I did it differently. So let's see how much better I like it to determine whether or not it works or not. Resolution of 5. Maybe, ooh, no, that is a problem. Right. Turn it off because it doesn't have any thickness in those other sections. Okay, just grab all those. And E. Now it has some thickness, right? Yep. Pieces are still there. Now save. Let's see. It's going to have more polys is the problem because I've added more space to it, but yeah, whatever. Well, I do like it having the... Of course I do. We knew that was going to happen, didn't we? Yeah, we did. All right, fine. There's our floor. Just solve those. And I'm going to need to solve that thing. Fine. Tab 7. C. Yeah, well. We tried. I tried to be low poly. I truly did. Yeah. That's going to be wall. That's floor, though. And that's floor. And that's floor. All right. Shift D, P section. I'm getting stupid anyway. It's not really that much poly. Tab A, E, down, tab, that. Join with this. I should just pick up the eroded anyway. We should be good. It should give us those panels and some roughness on the other side stuff. Let's see what happens. Not really. Undo. Or just get rid of the eroded. Let's try it this way. Solo. Do we need to join them first? Probably do. Join, tab, A, M, distance again. There we go. Now it's eroded. 5. See if it brings it back. Please bring it back. That'd be great. Wouldn't it be great? It is great. And it does look much better. There's just no question about it. I think I'm going to leave the wall, though. Well, it just gets so much bigger. We're at many, many, many higher polys now. So the question is it worth it? Is it really giving us much? I don't even know if it... Ooh, I got to get rid of it anyway. Here. Tab. Otherwise, just not going to lose. M. Or B, sorry. B. Grab them all. Not these. Not those. And X faces. Yeah, that's better. Can't duplicate it. Off, not duplicated. Does look cool though. Okay. Fine. So this sucker. And we want to grab everything on this wall. And what happens when you're not exactly sure what you're doing? Which is kind of half the fun, so whatever. All right, we're not going to duplicate it. We're just going to P separate it by selection. Cool. So now we can come in and grab this thing, turn off that, and this plus this. Join tab A, M, distance. Turn this back on. And it's going to be a lot bigger, but look a lot cooler probably. Maybe not. There's our wall. Let's undo. Yeah. We got this thing. Yeah, that's the wall section, right? Tab A, E, G, X. There we go. Now join with this thing. Distance. Kill those whole 64 vertices. They're not going to do much for us. But this should look cooler. Let's see. Does this look cooler? It does look cooler. Okay. So we know we need to do it. We have established that I am correct in that this is the best option. So fine. There we go. Okay. Now we need those two. Got them. That's the whole wall. No, not yet. That's the whole wall. P section tab, edit, solo it. A, E, G, X. Just give it a little bit of thickness. Come back, join it with this. Didn't even really need to remove the vertices on that one. Cool. Do we do the back wall? I suppose we do. Back wall is the simplest by far, as you can see, but it does have those which are kind of cool. So there we go. A, E, cool. And join. And it thinks for a minute. And yeah, better. It's going to make our life dealing with this outside a little bit more interesting, but we'll get to it. It's fine. Just going to hide this sucker now. So these are our walls, and we definitely need to decimate them. We're getting big. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's apply it. It's going to get bigger, I think, when we do this now. Yeah. Add modifier, decimate. It does not need to be 2.5 million polys. Let's take it down to 0.1. I'm lock on. No, I don't. 0.1. There we go. It does help to have numlock on when using the keypad. I am liking the shapes though, so that's cool. And I got a couple ideas for the outside, so I'm not without a plan. How are we doing? We got it. Yep, that's fine. 500,000. Sure, we can live at 500,000. Apply it. Seems quiet here today. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people around, which is okay. If we can get it from 20 million to 2 million after, decimating these, I will be pleased enough. It will take it 5 minutes probably, which is sort of annoying, but we'll live. Just to hear my witty banter for the next 5 minutes, right? Okay. Apply it. I do like these walls, though. I think they look cool. So I was really hoping this would work. So it's nice that it did. Yeah, 0.1 as well. It's funny how you can turn something from like high tech to like, oh, it looks like ancient Egyptian panels on a wall with erosion. What'd you do? I got rid of the sharp edges. That's it. We do have some holes here, which will probably be fine because it's going to look like darkness in the building. If it becomes obvious, we'll plug them up later, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time at this point on them. Cool. Just noting that I am aware that the seams do not line up properly anymore because we have eroded the edges, which was one of the reasons why I was originally trying to leave the walls underneath them. But what are you going to do? 3 million polys. Come on. 0.08 even. Take this one down even more. It doesn't need to be 3 million polys. It's a wall. Probably doesn't even need to be nearly as big as I'm making it, but and if I were truly optimizing, I would do this and then I would bake the normals down into the wall and we could, essentially have the textures do all the heavy lifting. But we have an hour and a half, so we're not doing that. But it is possible. That's kind of what you do. Same thing that you do for characters, and all this detail basically becomes actually flat, but it'll catch light like there are holes in it because of the normal maps, and that's pretty cool. Okay, got it. Sure, and apply. 2 to go. Excuse me. I do kind of have some ideas. I kind of want to do like something kind of arched here in the front, maybe collapsed arch, but we'll see how it goes. I want to get these done first, obviously, and see what our poly count is like once our room is sort of established. Okay, got it. 2 to go. Yeah, we've cut it in half so far. We're doing okay. Cool. Hi, Anmi. Good to see you. We are scouring walls right now. And lowering the poly count, excuse me, so that it's not, obscenely high. It's just high. Yeah, sure. 300 sounds good. 370. Me too. It's doing what I want so far. So, yay. And the ceiling. This is the big one, probably. My guess is we cut a good 3 mil out of this one. Okay. Decimate. 2 million. Okay. Well, it's not as big as I thought. That's cool too. It's still high for a room, but it's at when a room has got the poly count of a high poly character, it's not too bad because it's kind of the character for the space. So great. Yep. Apply. I think we're going to cheat our outer build. Because of the way we've made it, we can't really. No, we haven't done. We're using a shitty dragon. So the last stream was this building from far away. Now we're getting up close. I have just an old Daz dragon that I've brought in. I can't claim it as good right now, particularly, but it does exist. Or structure. No. Structure top. Structure. Let's move this one. Outer structure. And these. This should be in ceiling, right? Yeah, ceiling. And these are our inner structure. There we go. And just to show this is I don't love this dragon. It's just there for scale, and we have a dragon. So we may well get rid of him or change him up. So I didn't do a lot of work on him. I just made him last night. By made him, I mean I exported him from Daz and I fixed his textures because they looked awful. Because he was created in 2005. All right, so that looks good. That looks good. And we put our structure top back on. That'll fill out those holes. And save because it's been a while. And let's see what we got. Yeah, you can see there are some holes. But I'm not too worried about it. We might tweak it. Let's see. Let's do some materials and see where we're at. I think that'll help us. I'm not sure these are the materials that I end up using exactly. I was kind of thinking about materials last night too. How I spend my evenings going to bed. Materials. Desert sandstone? Yeah, that was the material I was using. And I don't love it. Let's just go ahead and change it real quick. And what the heck is that? We want this thing. Great. Yeah, that was our desert sandstone. And let's see, this is sand, right? Or no, is it this one? Yeah, this is the sand that's going on top, right? So where there's top face or bottom faces, where's it going? Cracks and edges, basically. Good, that's fine. This one though, I don't like very much for here. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. And let's see what we can find. E, oh, not Kitbash yet. 3D assets. Ancient? What was it called? Is it this one? I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. I think it's these. Let's see what stone M looks like here. Not bad, but I think we're going to change the color. But I do like it being more like this. It's not going to have displacement. It's going to have a bump instead. And I think we're going to need to tab A, U, cube projection. That's better. Oh God, I know those alarm days. My alarm was, I was so deep asleep when my alarm went off this morning. Like, whew. Okay, that's looking all right. But I do want to make it a little bit more red. Wish I hadn't got rid of all my desert sandstone already. Then I could just sample it, but instead. RGB, thank you. Great, Jesus, Seth, come on. Okay, let's go to like that and this, join them, and factor 100, multiply, so it doesn't matter which one's on top or bottom. Cool. And then bring it up a little bit, a little less. That's kind of close to our color from before. It's still very saturated though. I think I like that. Cool. Save it. I think I do like that one. At least as a starting point for what we're at. I think we're going to use it. Cool. So we do need to tab A U cube projection. Tab A U cube projection. A U cube. Oh, we never apply this decimate? Ooh, that's why. Okay. Ooh, slow. That one didn't get applied. Hopefully it'll come back in just a second. Shouldn't be too long. Come on. Excuse me again. Taking forever. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. Apply. Now it should be taking a minute, but not forever. I can't remember, did I already UV the ceiling or not? I can't even remember. We'll do it again. It doesn't take long once the decimation's been applied. There we go. Okay, tab A, U, cube projection. Cool, and this one, I think I did, yeah. Select, 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 control link, link materials. There we go. Yeah, cool. And we get that kind of drier thing on the top on the floor. I'm not actually sure I 100% love, but I think I'm gonna do, sorry. I'm gonna get rid of that floor because I find it just annoying now. That's all right though. I think we're gonna apply a bit more stuff to it anyway. So cool. And material. All right, fine. We're just gonna do it the other way then. Yep. Okay, so that's our like initial looks okay kind of vibe on it. We are going to do some more stuff to the floor, I believe, though, because I haven't I haven't done enough yet. No. Let's try it. Let's see the floor. Fuck it. Let's play. There's our floor. Now, I wish I saved the original for it, but Shift A, mesh, plane, scale. That's fine. It can extend past as long as it doesn't extend it over the front too much. Down to there. Tab W, subdivide. Yeah, 5, sure. Control A, rotation and scale. Add modifier. Geometry nodes, terrain. Cool. I'm good with that. I know I just like applied all this crap to the floor. Now I'm getting rid of it, but whatever. Let's see. SZ, GZ down. Pretty much just a little bit. I just want to put some sand on the floor. It's gonna be dirt right now, but let's just see what it looks like. Yeah. Cute. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Okay, and tab AU cube projection tab. Okay, and grab it and give it. Actually, let's just see if we just give it the actual original desert sand. Yeah, that's good enough. Both are pretty cool, pretty similar. Now I have some like just dirt on the ground because it has been a layer for a while. We still see our kind of panels, at least a lot of them. That works for me. The only other thing we could do, although I mean I should have done it beforehand, but you know, it's fine, is let's get rid of this. Sculpt mode. Make it bigger. Let's bring it up in the corners, which will actually hide those edges too, won't it? At least some of them. And a bit in the back too. Cool. I don't need to be in edit mode. Why am I doing that? Object mode. Save. So yeah. So it's piled up in the corners some. That makes it look cooler. Definitely better. We can even bring it down a little bit in the middle if we wanted to here to see some of that paneling again. God. This really becomes sort of a self-fulfilling, just wank fest sometimes. You're like, what? Why am I doing all this stuff? Cause. Cool. Now we'll see a little bit more of those panel lines and I won't feel like I wasted my whole time doing them. Yeah. It's all dark in there anyway. Now, like I said, this edge sucks and we can't really fix it too terribly well in the building because it's non-contiguous anymore. It's just none of these parts touch each other. So we're gonna have to do something else about it. And we're going to. Let's see, Shift A, Mesh, Cube. Scale it up. Now, Tab 3, GZ to here-ish. Sure. Actually, we'll go a little higher. Okay. Then, rotation scale, Tab 2, Control R. Just create some edge loops. Make it roughly square. Cool. 2, Shift S2. There we go. 3. Spin on the y-axis. And I want to go minus 30. I don't want 12 steps. Come on. I want like 4 steps. Yeah, if that, even 3 steps. Yeah, 3 steps. I want to go minus 30. And then E. And then spin. Minus 60. And E. Woohoo! We have an edge. Tab. I'm just going to scale the whole thing till it fills that hole. Right. Nope, that's cool. I'm liking this. Now, we're going to take this sucker here and where's the center? There. Tab 3, Shift S2. Go back to just our regular old thing. And Tab Object, set origin to 3D cursor. Alt X, mirror. Tab GX. No. Come on. A. There we go. Is it lining up in the middle? I don't know. We can just do a little more. There we go. And if we apply it, and now I'm actually going to take it and this and Alt X and mirror. There we go. That lines it up. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty close. Now this object, let's see. Object set origin, geometry. Now, where do we want the center to be? Again, it's not exactly going to be right, but tab to like here. Apply it. Alt X, vertical, a little too high. Tab, turn off this. And GZ, back on. Plus X faces. Ah, yeah, rail rat bastard. I kind of wanted to keep the angle, but it doesn't super matter. Cool, there we are. That works for me. Let's apply it. Rotation scale. Save and rotate. We all know it's going to do that, right? Well, actually, before we do that, no, this thing, tab, E. Let's give it some like interesting looking stuff too. E and E. Cool, tab, Alt X, mirror, Alt X, vertical. No. All right. The auto wrap master tab. 2. So Shift S2. That's where the object center is now. That's where we want it to be. Cursor. Now this thing. Alt X. Up. Alt X. Over. Cool. And apply it. We got kind of an interesting looking thing now. Just to keep it. Why not? Save. Actually, that's fine now. We can do it easier here. I'm like, ooh, we could do more. Yes, we could do more. Inset E. 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 Cool. There we go. That's good enough. Now let's erode it. Resolution of 5. Now hopefully that's going to because we're going to kind of look at it from here. I don't know how much further back we're going to get. Hopefully it'll be okay. Let's apply it. At least fixes that rim. We're never going to, I don't want to look at these faces so much because which means this is probably overkill, but I just thought it was neat. Decimate it. It's not that big, but keep it in line with the other stuff too. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And tab A, U, Q project, material, sandstone 1. Yeah, that does kind of help. I'm not sure about the top on it though. We'll leave it again. It's mostly here because we're kind of looking at it like this. And yeah, you don't notice that these walls are flat because you've got this other stuff here paying attention. So that's actually, it works. Ooh, interesting. It's as deep as I can, I guess. Let's see. Photographer. Setting a camera up now. Depth to 250. Yep, it is deep. This is big. He's big. Um, Lens is going to be anamorphic. Resolution is going to be widescreen. And we'll go to like 35. That's going to be like one of our shots, I think, something like that. To get an idea how big this is, let's turn our human back on. There's our dude right there. Can you see him? Woohoo! He's a big fucking hole. And because we measured against our building yesterday, even though it doesn't super matter, this is actually the correct scale that we have established in the other illustration. That is our guy. This is a huge, huge hole. You know, even our dragon, who is big, is that big. So, you know, just so we're all, you know, on the same page on it. That's cool. I liked it being a bit big. Hey, Micah. Good to see you. Or here you are. Read you or whatever. I don't know. Alrighty. So that's our initial space. What do we want to do with it now? So what we've done now is created a kind of cool but sort of generic space in the sense that there's nothing to make it unique to this one particular space and time. And we need to start making it that. The problem is that at this scale, we're going to lose a lot of anything we do to this. It's not going to be very big. Like we could put bones in here, but you saw how big a person was. They're not going to be large. I don't really feel the pile of treasure for this one. It's not kind of the vibe we're going for. But I wonder what if we could do something that's a little bit bigger to kind of, and then wreck it to kind of make it to show the scale. Like this dragon has picked up like carts and stuff. That could be an option. What do we want to look for? Where would we want to look for it? What do I have? Again, huge scale is going to make it just tough in a sense. Well, let's go grab something and see. I'm going to think maybe a wagon just to see if a scale, and then we can start ripping it apart and using other things from it. Open. And the caravan. Which day did I do that? Caravan. I think this is it. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will work. Are we at 104? We got 25 minutes. We're doing good. Scale is always something you have to focus on, and it's often a pain in the ass. And you get, particularly if you're a writer, you tend to write scenes where you don't have to worry about it. So it's not something, it's like, oh, the dragon's lair, and it was giant and massive. I'm like, yeah, how are you going to show that and show anything in it at the same time? And the answer is, of course, you're not. But, you know. All right, so let's grab this wagon. To see how big it fits into here. I bet you it's small. Yep, that's a wagon. Like this is, we may just not have a lot of stuff. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Object set origin, junction origin. I mean, I would have to destroy it, obviously, but just to set it for scale. It's tiny compared to the dragon, which it would be, and the dragon is tiny compared to our space, and you don't even really notice it. There's not a lot there. I don't know that it's super going to be worthwhile to mess with it. I think I'm going to do a little bit. Another thing, let's get. I don't think the wagon's going to work for us, so let's get rid of it. I wonder though if I can't find something here. Oh, miscellaneous? No. Debris. These are just sticks. But I wanted like a log. Or I've got, okay, I do, right. Seth objects. Where did I put it? Was it in ground? Which makes no sense, but yeah. Driftwood. It's tiny, it's not big. But we might be able to make it bigger. And I think driftwood is one of those things that's sort of fractal enough that maybe we can do something with it. Okay, I like it. Now, let's do it on this thing. And geoscatter. Select the ground. Yes. Select our driftwood and just a couple scatter objects. Did they scatter? Distribution 5. Yes, they did. Okay, and they are huge. That's why. Control A, rotation scale. And now they're not. And we need way less, obviously. Maybe even less. Just a bit of that floating around. We could increase the size of them a bit, or the scale, the random scale to like 4. No, 4 is too much. 2? There we go. Okay, that seems like that'll give us just, again, some level of interest. Is it better? I feel like it's better. I did feel like that's somewhat good. Oops. I mean, you can scale as long as you don't have, plants in it. You can just scale it up. That's not too bad. I've done that. Particularly when you import objects and you don't look at the scale of the object you import from, but then you base everything else off of that. That can happen a lot. Problem with bones is that they're going to just be freaking small. So I was thinking the same thing. I was planning on doing bones, but they're not going to be very big. I can grab some anyway. Okay, let's just go to the floater again. Floater, yep. Don't save. Yeah, it's one of those, ecosystems in a jar valleys, right? Even depending on what it's eating, like if you look at the size of its stomach compared to like the space, you're not going to see much, but we're going to grab some anyway. Bone, 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 rib. Oh, not him. Which one's him? Oh, he's the teeth, right? And the clavicle. Hmm. Clipping distance should do it in the camera, but I don't know. Okay, Control C, copy objects. I have definitely been there. This is, yeah, practice. The objects. There are bones. I'm just going to now move them to bones. Cool. And we'll scatter them, because why not? And there they are. They're very small. So small. We can just change the size on them too. 5. And there are just bones everywhere now. Let's just set it to, we'll leave them there though. I mean, I don't care how realistic they are, I suppose. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to tell myself I don't. Slope, cool. Cool, save. Oh, we're gonna do fog, yeah, or clouds. We're actually in cloud range now, not fog range, but there we go, bones. Can you see them? Maybe they're subliminal. They are there. I turn them off. Right, they're not really showing up too well, but they're there. Off, on. Yeah. All right. Well, they're there. It does kind of make the ground look a little bit more dirty, which is good. Mhm. Um, I don't really feel like dragons typically do the bird's nest thing so much. Like I could put like another like, giant eagle nest in there, but I don't necessarily think that's what. Um, save. Cool. Let's go grab our cloud cover from yesterday, effectively, which means my version of it, the saved version of it, clouds. There we go. I've never understood the gold thing either. I always thought that was really fucking dumb, to be honest. I'm like, what the fuck do dragons need gold for? To sleep on? Like, it's just dumb. Sorry. I ruin everything. I'm just like, but why? Why in God's name as a dragon would you give a rat's ass? Um, I'm a dragon, so I sleep on uncomfortable rock. Okay, sure. Whatever floats your boat, man. Okay, we need to see the sky so we can kind of adjust it too. Um, I mean, dragons as allegories for human greed, which is what the stories typically were. Absolutely. Now that modern audiences are too stupid to understand what allegory even means, yeah. Yeah, except they're supposed to have like human plus intelligence, so I don't buy it. I get it. I don't buy it. I think it's dumb. Um, let's just look and see a new one. We don't actually have to have a cloud. We're not going to see the sky. And actually, light would be helpful. So um, let's do like 1024 up here. Again, dragons, as they're written that way, were allegories for human greed, and they make perfect sense for that. Right. I saw some moron on Facebook the other day making a post about how they thought the Expanse wasn't woke and had no political message, and I'm like, I weep for humanity. You guys are just too stupid to live. Where did it go? Is it too big? It's too big. Yeah, let's just increase our camera size. Actually, I should see it there. Shading. Okay. Where are you at, boy? Oh, it's probably the scale here, isn't it? From just solo it. Yeah, it's the perfect non-woke show. That was their statement. I was like, you are too dumb to live. Why is my, did I scaled it right? Control A, rotation scale, let's make sure. And is our density to max 10. Should be seeing clouds and I am not. Let's just do it this way. There we go. Now I am. Got way smaller. 0. Yes. I actually don't really care because I don't need it to fade out this time, so that's fine. Yeah, nothing woke about a family of, you know, um, belters or something, a polycule of polyamorous belters of multiple um, races living together on a ship too. Oh, non-capitalist as well. Right. Yeah. Yeah. People are dumb. That's just all there's to it. Come back. Come on. You just had something. What's going on? Map range. There. Yes. Yes. Okay. Are now. Oh, it's not the inside of it. Is that what it is? Just gonna get rid of the length part now. Let's just see how it goes. Weird. Okay. That's bizarre. No, it's correct. Do I have to be inside it to see it? Is that what it is? What's going on? Why is it only on the surface? That's bizarre. All right, fine. What's going on here? Come on, density. We're seeing density of the cloud, but just on the top and bottom. And that's very strange. There's no doing anything weird on it. If I just go straight to a straight cloud, it's still, just make sure it's not up, it's updating properly. I've never had this happen before. Okay, well, let's just gonna see. We're just gonna delete it. Fuck off. Shift A, mesh, cube, scale. And new material, great. Shading. Yes, we're inside, which makes sense. We should be. Shift A, search, scatter, volume scatter, volume. And it doesn't do it anymore. Like it should be black. What is going on? Okay, now it's black. Great. 0.1. Okay. Weird. Okay, now it's working. That's fine. I don't really understand why, but we'll just remake it. It's fine. We have time to do that. Search, noise, texture, factor into density. Yes. Search, map range. Well, first we'll do search ramp. Okay. Now let's punch that. Punch that. Still good. Okay, good. Now we can scale. Something like that. Shift A, search. These two do the same things, but this one I like better for doing the tie end, and then here we can tweak it to 0.1, 0.05, just to make it more cloud-like. 0.03. There we go. Now we have that kind of cloud action going on. I like that reasonably well. Okay, layout. Not sure about this camera angle yet. I'm not sure. Well, camera angle, I'm sure, but with this light angle, I'm not sure about. Let's play with that. That's what I meant. 60. 120. I think that's better. Too dark. We want some sunlight. Which way do we want to cut across? This way or the other way is sort of the question. I kind of like this way. Something like that. Maybe. Could be okay. Is it too bright? Could be too bright. Let's see. -1. That's darker, clearly. I mean, duh. Maybe -0.5. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's okay. We don't have a lot to set scale. That's not necessarily a problem, but like if we had established this dragon's size before, then this would be fine, right? It does feel big, but what can we do? I mean, there are options. Put a flying person here is one thing. I mean, it's dumb, but it does work. I don't even know if it's dumb, but it does work. I like our building hole for sure. I like the way that's kind of revealing the dragon there. Actually, that turned out nice. I may not worry about it. It's possible we don't have to, but plain, this can just go away now. We could do like a little tree thing here growing up the side, like where this dirt has been. That could be kind of neat, actually. Like just so there's like one of those like trees that just sort of hangs on the side of mountains and such. It wouldn't be unrealistic. Might be a bit weird to see, but it could help us with scale. It is perfectly a legitimate thing to have in this space, whether or not people would feel like it was. If you know, let's see what kind of trees we want to go with. It could be anything. I don't really know a good desert tree. I am. Kind of like how like twisted and gnarly this juniper is. I don't know if it makes any sense, but it does look cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I could do that. I think that's cool there. And maybe we'll put one on the other side too. Junipers. Go away. Junip. Cool. Yeah. And maybe just one more kind of like here. Kind of like the first one. I'm going to scale it down a bit because who cares? Random transform. There we go. Kind of angle it slightly like that too. Oh, where'd my second one? Where'd my tree go? Where'd my tree go? Yeah, bastard. Fine. Did I delete it by accident? Guess I did. There we go. My trees is at. Cool. Save it. Dragon ate it. Totally. You can barely see them, but I think that's actually kind of cool. I like them. Just a couple of weird trees, you know. But I'm okay with that. I like it. We could also do a little bit of grass on that same. It's not dirt. Ooh, I know what we can do. Yes, let's do this. Okay, one last thing. We can select this object, geoscatter. Yep. And we're going to biome scatter our dry biome 2 or 5. 2 sounds good. Har har har. An ash tree. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are so funny. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to need to adjust this thing for slope. Definitely slope. Definitely not absolute. This one, definitely slope, definitely not absolute. There we go. Now we got some just greenery growing right on that edge. It's tiny because these things are small, but where there is vertical spaces, the grass one will allow for a little bit more than 15. Let's take it to like 45. And same with this grass. Maybe I should do this grass first because this one I can actually see. Yeah, it's better. There we go. Okay, 0. Cool. Save. And it doesn't go further in, but that's fine because it's dry. So, oh yeah, that's cool. Definitely helps just give it something there at the edge for noise. I like it more. I'm good with that. Okay, and I think we're basically done, guys. Photographer, focus on the dragon's head. 57 meters away. Cool. Save. Word. Well, it's gonna do some shots inside of it too, but I'll set that stuff up on my own. It's fine. You guys know how it works. There's nothing really interesting there. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was good to see everybody together. It's nice. I will be back again tomorrow. I think we're gonna do the base of the tower tomorrow is sort of my plan. Or the people that are gonna be around it, one of the two. So maybe the people tomorrow, and then we can put them on the base the day after. We'll see. Or the base first, and then we can have the people in a scene later. So I can see it either way. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again later. Okay, bye.